Hope you are doing good, students. Today we are going to start with new chapter, that is controlling. This is the fifth function of management and the last function of management. Students, today we are going to understand through this chapter what is this function of controlling means, how it is been performed, why controlling is necessary. So we'll understand all these topics in this chapter. Now you must have read in newspaper or heard that many a times car companies recall the cars from the market even if there is a minute or minor problem in the car. So let's take an example of 2016 when Honda recalls his Honda City cars, around 1.9 lakhs cars due to faulty airbags. So they would recall the car and give the compensation to the consumers. Why did I share this example? Because this is control measure which has been brought in by management to ensure that the organization is not affected. Now you would have seen the Cadbury fiasco happened because there was some infected worms which were been found in the chocolate, so company had to do some kind of damage control. What they did was they spent on huge amount of around 15 crores, if I am not wrong, in changing the packaging. But they didn't stop there. They also ensured that the dealers are educated enough so that the same fiasco doesn't happen in future, and they invested more money in brand itself by roping Amitabh Bachchan so that the confidence which they had lost that can be brought again. Also, apart from what they did was the time that time is problem happened, they ensure that all the chocolates are withdrawn from the market. So these were the control measures which were being introduced by companies whenever they face a crisis. How do we define controlling? See, the process of management is started by planning. When we plan for future, we lay down the objectives of an organization, followed by the step of organizing. We lay down the organizational structure, authority responsibility relationships are defined. Then, after staffing, wherein we recruit people to fill in the positions which have been identified while designing the authority responsibility relationship. After that comes the function of directing, wherein we allocate work, who's supposed to do what, wherein the actual action starts. Then comes the process of controlling. Now, in the process of controlling, what we do is when people are working for you at all point of time, it is very important to ensure that the work is being done as it was planned. So, in controlling, we try and check our actual performance. We try and see that if it conforms to the plan that had originally been set up. It is confirmed that standards that have been predetermined at the time of planning, there are two possibilities. The first one is we conform with the standards. Next, the results are much above the standards or the results are below the standards. The main task in the process of controlling is to identify whether we are conforming the standards or not. And if not, then what are the corrective measures which are to be taken? Now, we proceed on to the definition of controlling. It is a process of comparing the actual performance with the standard performance. Now this standard performance basically means the objectives which has been defined at the time of planning, उसको हम अपनी standard performance मानते हैं. For example, if we had defined the objective that sales turnover target should be 300 crores, so that's the standard against what we are going to measure our actual performance. And there are any deviations, if sales turnover is more or less than the objective, that is a deviation. You are deviating from the standards, then take the corrective measures. So this is how we define the process of controlling. Now, coming to the nature of controlling. The first one is related to planning. Meaning, the main purpose of this function of controlling is to accomplishment of organizational goals effectively and efficiently. How? Because in the process of controlling, what we are doing, we are observing that my actual performance is matching my standard performance or not. So what is standard performance? The goals and the objectives that has been laid down in the process of planning. So when I am trying to compare any actual performance with the standard and taking the corrective measures in case there are any deviation, so what am I doing? I am making sure that my actual performance leads to the accomplishment to the desired organizational goals. So it is related to planning. As it is rightly said by Philip Kotler, control is the process of taking steps to bring actual results and the desired results close together. Coming to the next feature or nature, that is functions at every level of management. Control is required at every level. Let's take an example of your school. We have weekly test, we have monthly test, we have half yearly, then after we have finals. What are we trying to do? We are teaching you, let's say, in class 12th. What am I doing? Trying to check. I am trying to check that whatever I have taught, how much of it you have understood. If the result is 100%, that means you completely understood. If it is not 100%, that means there is a deviation. Then we take corrective measures to take care of deviation. We give you extra classes, we give you special assignments which take care of your weak points. What is this? This is nothing but controlling. So controlling is present in all organization, be it business organization or be it non-business organization, and it is present at all levels of management, be it top level, be it middle level, or be it supervisory level. The third nature is it is a continuous process. Controlling is an ongoing process because you go on comparing your actual performance with the standard performance every now and then in order to ensure the accomplishment of organizational goal. It is not that organizational goal कोई एक है जो एक बार accomplish हो गया और काम खत्म, right? Every now and then one goal is accomplished, then second will come, then we'll compare. So it's a continuous process, it keeps on going. Then comes, it is an end activity of management. Yes, it is an end activity or it is the last function of management. As you all know that the first function, the functions of management started from planning, followed by organizing, then staffing, then directing, and lastly the function or the activities and at controlling. Now, coming to the next nature that is related to future. It is called forward looking. Controlling is called forward looking. Why it is called forward looking? Because whatever are the deviation in actual performance, the standard performance, on the basis of that, I am going to take corrective measures that will be incorporated in next plan, that is basically to improve your future performance. अभी की जो परफॉर्मेंस है आपने कर दी, उसको हमने कंपेयर किया अपने स्टैंडर्ड्स से, तो उसमें जो डेविएशन आई उसको ठीक करने के लिए मैं करेक्टिव एक्शंस या करेक्टिव मेजर्स लूंगी. अभी की परफॉर्मेंस को मैं कुछ नहीं कर सकती, but yes, these corrective measures are definitely going to better my future performance. So therefore it is forward looking. Next is, it is constructive activity. Now control is generally regarded as an attack on workers' freedom. Now you must be remembering the second chapter, Principles of Management, where we learned about the rule of thumb. What was rule of thumb? That there was no voice of workers. They have to do the work which has been told by the bosses. The work they have to do which has been assigned to them by their bosses. So there was no voice of workers independently. But in controlling, we are not talking about that negative activity. We are talking about constructive activity. So, in fact, this belief is incorrect that it is a negative activity. The function of controlling is to see that workers work as per the planning and that they are guided properly. So, what we are doing in controlling, we are just observing them that they should do the work as per the plan, and we are guiding them to do work as per the plan and properly. Thus, controlling is not a negative but a positive activity. So, controlling, basically, what does controlling does? Controlling rectifies the mistakes and takes steps to ensure that mistakes are not repeated, right? Next comes, it is an internal process. Yes, of course it is an internal process. So there are various activities in business enterprises like production, sales, purchase, finance matters, finance accounts, and so on. So these are the all activities are integral part of controlling process. So that is why it is an internal process, and this all these activities can be controlled. But when we talk about the external activities or external factors like government policy, depression, inflation, demand, competitors, technology, change in technology, so all these are external factors on which we do not have any kind of control. Next is, nature is dynamic process. Now the process of controlling is related to planning. It is an intellectual process based on planning and foresightness. Yes, planning itself, in chapter planning we learned that planning is a process, intellectual process, and it is based on assumptions. As the assumptions of different factors change, the goal of planning change, and accordingly fast changes are made in controlling process, because when we change the plan our standard is going to change, and once the standards are changed, so our actual performance will be compared to those new standards which has been now determined. So it is a dynamic process. Next, nature is controlling is person oriented. So it is done for the improvement of activities of workers, by the workers and for the workers. Yes, the entire activity is performed by the human beings. So it is human centric. The person is at the center of controlling. Controlling is exercise on worker by worker. That means worker by worker means what? Manager is exercising control on the subordinates. Or we can say that superior is performing the function of control on the subordinates. So every activity is performed ultimately by persons. The error and the deviations are also due to human weakness. So basically the deviation which we find, or the difference we find between the actual performance and the standard performance, is because of human weakness or the human mistake or something like that. So that is why we can say that control is very much person oriented activity. So students, hope you are clear with all the points. If you like the video, do share with your friends. Thank you.